Okay, so I feel like I should make this video now, just because while you guys are watching this here today, the new episode's gonna be out tomorrow. So I figured I should get this out right now, just so I don't have to do a two-episode, video here again. So let's get underway right here. No, but what's up, guys? It is Ranger Film, and welcome everyone to Black Clover Episode 8 review right here. So, of course, like I said before, this episode came out a week ago. I'm always so late on these, but I need to get this done right here for you guys because they've been always good episodes every single day. And I feel like with this episode right here, it was more comedy this episode than anything. We get to see of what a Magic Knight is, what more of like characters of what they do on a daily basis, and just kind of random stuff, which was this episode. Well, of course, we start off with the episode first of, kind of narrator talking about what Asta or what Magic Knights do, every single morning. So before, like the break of dawn, Asta's, cleaning everything in the Black Bull's base. We see him, cleaning the floors, cleaning the library, and just kind of, feeding the beast and just, every, cleaning job you could possibly do. After he does his, kind of cleaning stuff, we get kind of like a funny part right here of, his job is to wake up Yami every single morning, but he's not a morning person, kind of like me. And, Yami, he kind of jokes around if, you piss him off, he'll say the kill you phrase. So Asta's kind of running away, and he's confused by all this because, what he's doing right now, he used to do the stuff at the church, with and all of his family members there. So he's kind of confused of such an elite squad like this, even though they're at the bottom. What do Magic Knights do? Because all I'm doing here is just cleaning stuff up that other people made. Let's do a mission or something. So we get this part at the cafeteria right here of Asta. He's still kind of confused of what a Magic Knight is. Him and Noelle are kind of like looking around of what the other knights do on a daily basis right here. We see Gosh looking at his sister Mary, which is still kind of a creepy thing. We get to see a lot of Magna. He also tells them of what a Magic Knight is, and Magna gets really pissed off about this, and he's telling like everyone, show them of what a Magic Knight is. So we get to see all the characters of kind of what they do or what they're slacking. Of course, Vanessa, the haughty witch, really, she just drinks all day. She's just a drunk witch. She just drinks all day. She's just drinking her wine. She's like, oh yeah, we protect people, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't care. She's going to keep sipping on her wine. We get to see, Lucky. He just kind of tells if we get to beat up people and you don't get in trouble for it. And then we have Charmy, which is a really cool thing right here because, everyone would want this in their life because we're all lazy, or maybe that's just me. But she runs out of food, and it's kind of a funny segment of she's not full, so she uses her book to make sheep cooks. These sheep cooks make her food and bring her this whole buffet, which is I need that in my life so bad. And then we get a little bit from Finn as well. Finn really is just kind of a guy that goes on missions and just flirts with girls. That's really what he does. And then if we see a little bit of Gordon, you can't understand the guy. He talks quiet. He's just a cool guy. Just like in episode 5. He's just a cool dude. He's just a quiet man. Don't know what he's talking about. And then we get to see Gray a little bit, which I want to talk a little bit about Gray, just because with Gray, I'm not going to put spoilers right here. I don't even know if I should even be talking, but we don't get to see him a lot. So we get to see really what his magical power is, and it's kind of cool. He gets to transform into other people, and it's kind of a cool ability if you look at it, because if you're on a mission and say, for example, you take out a guard or whatever, and you need to go in and disguise as him, say, for example, if the people are looking for him, you can go as that person. And it's kind of a cool stealth thing for you to have. So we get to see Gray's ability a little bit, and it's pretty cool. I like that a lot, that he gets to transform into whatever person he is. So I feel like definitely a lot of missions could be, really successful if you have Gray on your team. And then afterwards, we got Yami kicking up the door open, saying to Magna that they need to go on a mission, that this is so private. And of course, Magna understands that. He goes over to Yami. Asta really wants to go with them, but the bad news is that, Magna only says that this is for adults only. It's just gonna be him and Yami. Make sure to take care of the place while they are going. So they go on their mission right there. Everyone's kind of confused, or they don't really give a crap whatsoever. And then we get to this scene right here, which is really cool, and I'm hoping that they get to put this into more, episodes right here. What I'm talking about here is the poker scene right here. here of, Yami and Magna versus, this guy that's really good at poker. And we didn't get to see this in the manga. This was not in the manga at all. And I want this so much in these episodes right here because it's like, I feel like a lot of, anime, goes up with the manga. If you read the manga and you see the anime, that's what happens in the book. But I like this that it wasn't, just kind of a little, segment that they did right here. And I like that. I'm hoping to do more of this, in the anime just to surprise people, even me. Like, I was surprised. I'm like, hey, what's this scene right here? I haven't seen this. I didn't read it. What's going on right here? I mean by comedy right here, like in the first part I talked about, is literally they're betting everything. They're betting their clothes. They're betting the rent of the base to this guy just so that they could get more for themselves right here. Like, they're really selfish, and it's really funny that they're betting everything. Like, they're butt-ass naked at this point right here, just betting everything. And it gets to that point where Yami brings out this grimoire, which is a really good grimoire. It's not his, I don't believe, but it kind of looked like a 4-leaf right there, but it wasn't. It was probably just like a really powerful 3-leaf clover. And instead of the guy, he's a really nice dude, instead of, if they lose again with the poker stuff, instead of, them losing the grimoire, he has to do anything that they ask. So segment afterwards of Asta and Noelle. Asta, of course, is feeding the beast again. He's about to get eaten. Noelle's not helping him at all, saying that she's royalty, that she's lucky that she's even up right now. And it's kind of funny at this point because Asta's begging for help, but Noelle doesn't give a crap whatsoever. And then another funny thing we get across right here is of Magna and Yami coming towards Noelle and Asta. Noelle is just blushing. She's not looking at it. And it's kind of true because they're naked right there. They're just not naked, having a fun conversation. And it's kind of a cool point right here of they get to have their first mission ever. Magna's telling them, hey guys, first mission in the Black Bulls. Let's get talking right here. So they get to bring up this meeting, Yami, Magna, Noelle, and Asta. They're kind of talking about the mission of what's going on. And their mission was actually from the guy with the poker scene saying, so if they lose this poker match, they get to say anything that he does, like he tells them what to do. And that's what the mission was for this right here. Their mission wasn't to like really do what anything he says. And their mission is to kill boars in this village right here because there's some pretty strong boars that are kind of like threatening the village or whatever. So, Magna, Asta, and Noelle have to go to this village to protect the people from these boars or whatever. It's kind of like a simple mission. Noelle and Asta are pretty bummed about it just because, it's simple boars. You can take care of them easy. Why not have like a really great mission? The problem going to this place right here is they try to ask Finn for help, but Finn can't use his teleportation magic if he hasn't been anywhere. So, kind of a little neat thing that we see from Finn right here of what his magic power is that if he sees a destination and remembers it, then he could teleport to that location, which is kind of a cool thing. But since he hasn't been there before, they have to go into Magna's broom to go there. But the bad news about that is that Asta doesn't have any magical powers and Noelle can't control her magic, so Magna has to use all his magic to carry both of them on his broom to the village. And afterwards they go outside, and then we get to see Magna's broom, which is kind of a weird thing because, just kind of a simple broom where you fly. But no, Magna stepped up to a whole new level right here. His broom is called the Crazy Cyclone, and this thing's all pimped out right now, man. This thing actually looks like a motorcycle right here. Like, this thing, like, it has like the Black Bulls kind of symbol on the front with the glasses, which kind of looks like Magna right there, and just everything. This thing looks cool, and Asta is really excited about this because he's never seen something like this before, while Noelle just says it's lame. She doesn't really care, and I feel like it's pretty badass right here. So they go on their mission right here. They're flying through the sky. Kind of another funny part right here of Noelle talking trash to Magna. Magna's trying to talk trash back, but he can't. And then afterwards, Noelle pushes Asta off for touching her, and it's kind of a cool thing because Asta almost dies, which is a funny segment. But then he gets picked up by Magna right there, and then they're off their way to the village. And then this part right here, if you could say like a serious part of this episode, this is the serious part right here. We can just see the village, but the bad news is that we see 4 of these dudes coming right here, and they see these boars, and these are the boars that of course Asta and the gang need to kill to protect the village. But this guy has no problem on it. This blue hair guy comes out of nowhere. He has this ice ability that is so powerful, like it's crazy. Just opens up his grimoire, turns them both to the ice, and then afterwards just shatters. It kind of reminds me of that episode of Naruto You know, it was like kind of like the segment with the crystal. You know, it turns into the crystal and then after it just shatters. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. But you can tell for the next episode right here that shit's gonna go down. Like, I feel like it's gonna take more of a serious tone to next episode, which I'm gonna like so much. You know, we kind of have a little bit of that comedy here and there, but I feel like with next, you know, tomorrow's episode, it's gonna be focused more on the serious side. Like, it feels like people are gonna die. You know, Austin and them need to protect these villagers from these dude. What is this magic stone that they're talking about right here? What does it do? So it's gonna be a really interesting episode, you know, for tomorrow. So with this episode, all in general, right here, of what I'm gonna give my rating to it, I'm gonna give this episode right here a 7 out of 10 right here. I feel like this episode just is a little bit below everything else, just because we don't really get to see really a lot happen. You know, like I said before, it's kind of like a little bit of comedy right here. We've already seen kind of a lot of character, you know, development already happen, you know, with these characters of the members of the Black Bull. So I didn't really feel like a lot happened this episode, so I feel like that's why, you know, it went kind of down to 7 out of 10 right here. But still in all, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it, but I kind of need more of a serious thing for it to be, you know, way up higher, but still a fantastic episode. But I hope you guys all enjoyed my review right here. Sorry that I'm late here again on these episodes. I'm really bad on it. I'm focusing more though on Pokemon, guys. I know a lot of you want to catch up on Pokemon and what's going on right there. Still watching the episodes. I'll bring you guys reviews on those soon. But thank you guys so much for watching my episode 8 Black Clover review. I hope that you guys all enjoyed. I'm so excited right here for next episode as usual. Just such a good series in general. But hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and we'll see you guys in the next review. Much love and peace out.